Right from the beginning, I really wanted to see a manta. And when I did, I actually cried because the first time we tried to see them, I didn't see them. We happened to come across a really rare aggregation event where many mantas were coming in, maybe even 100 mantas at the dive site in one place, which now I realize is quite special. But I remember they were on the surface feeding all around, and they were just everywhere you looked. And I had my camera and I was taking photos of them. And then later I found out about how each manta has a unique identifying pattern on their underside. So I went back that day on that dive and I ended up having over 45 individual IDs. And that was in Komodo, and I just really fell in love with that area because of that, and relocated there to work there and to monitor and study the mantas eventually. They were just such amazing, graceful, large creatures, super curious, super friendly, allowing you to be part of their environment without being scared of you. And then the more I learned about them, the more interesting they became. I love it when one is swimming towards me and then so their fins in the front of their head, they're called their cephalic fins, and they've got them rolled up. But then when they swim up to you, that's almost like a way of maybe potentially communicating. They unroll them as they come close to you, and to me that signifies like, okay, I trust you, like hello, I can be around you. I mean, this is something that we're looking at. For me, it's just something that I think is what's happening, but yeah, we're not sure yet for sure. You can really get to know the animal as they return to the same area and over again and monitor them. You can see how many pregnancies they have. Over time they get characteristics, scars and scabs, so you can kind of get to know them a bit. Sometimes I go to a dive site and I go, oh, I really hope Floppy Bunny is going to be there, because it's a manta that's one that I always see. So that's the other interesting thing, is we give them names based on their patterns to help remember them. So I hope to see certain ones there, and I get really excited when I see some of them pregnant. I'm like, oh, it's you and you're pregnant now. Yeah, we've been following you for a few years, so that's nice and exciting too. It's great to know that I'm working towards something that potentially will benefit manta ray populations and maybe more than that. So I'm looking at plastic pollution, which obviously impacts the entire environment. A lot of times when I'm out diving, I see plastic bags floating by. A lot of times when I see the animals feeding, especially, is where the currents converge, and that's where all the plastics. So I'd like to see that obviously being gone, but I'm hoping to use manta rays as a flagship species to raise awareness for this problem. So mantas are a big deal in Indonesia. They bring in a lot of tourism dollars. The government has put a protection on them. It's illegal to fish them and to hunt them now. So I'm hoping that by showing that plastic marine pollution is impacting manta ray populations, that this will get people thinking about how to improve that, which again will benefit the entire environment.